the screen. Now Jack. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. 11 feet away, and Capella sends it back. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Good. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And Jack, here we go. Here's Kilpatrick. No good on the three. A floater. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard's checked in for Capella. Harden comes in for Michael Beasley. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Isaiah Cannon. And Freak subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Scola out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Ryan Hollins. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Kilpatrick in at Batusma. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. With a break in the action, let's see which teams have come away with the most steals in the NBA this season. Fifth best, the Nets.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
And so he's able to get one of two. Nets trail by 3. And here is Jack. Screen by Scola. Fires the 3. The shot no good. Freak with it. And Hollins pulls it down.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. Well, everyone knows that Freak is a product of New York, and whenever he is here playing, his family always makes the effort, Clark, to come out and see him play.
Yep, you can always find his mom and dad, Kevin, somewhere in the stands when he plays in New York, and that's understandable. They've supported his journey from where it started to where he is now and continue to help him along the way.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pelicans looked really strong. He dropped in 17 points, and he did some work at the line, drawing a lot of fouls and knocking down the free throws. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game.
That's good.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Screen by Scola. Back to Jack. trying to find Scola. He's got it now. And that is good.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And that was not a soft foul he had to get through, Greg. I mean, he had to really power that one up and in.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the stripe.
And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Freak missing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Jack. Good work defensively by Harden. And that does it for the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. They're making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Freak subbed in for James Harden. So on the floor for Houston. Freak, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Chalmers. Trevor Ariza out there with Howard. And it's Capella in at the 4 spot. Scola passes to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's Young for the lead. And he sinks the layup. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
And Freak throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Houston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. They've got Young. He's out there with Ryan Hollins. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Jarrett Jack. And it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the Nets 5. And that one's good. Freak. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Dallas. Outside Jack. Here's the screen, and the foul called on Freak. Rockets trail by 4. Harden outside. In the corner, it's Freak.
2 minutes to go in game 2.
Back to Harden. Young with the steal. Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Harden. Screen by Young. The dish now to Dallenberg. Gets the 14-footer to fall. And the Nets lead by 6. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Nets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. What a game we've seen here for Freak. He's got 11 points and also 5 steals. He's showing us those quick hands today, both when he has the ball and when he doesn't.
Clark, you love the fact that he's a terrific distributor, but also, how about those defensive instincts? That's also been excellent today.
And Jack kicks to Lopez. Here's Bogdanovich. Ariza covering. The kick out to Jack. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Offline with his 3. Rockets trail by 5. Here's Harden. Jack with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. Pass
to Lopez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Freak kicks to Beasley and stolen by Thornton. Here's Jack. And an intentional foul right there. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And here are the Rockets now. Freak gets to Ariza. The feed to Freak. And stolen by Thornton. Unloads from 13. Got a hand on it. Here's Freak. Can't get it to fall. And so it's Brooklyn with...
Kevin, we have...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin, and let's take a look now as we give the nod to our Jordan player of the game.
He was sharp as attack defensively. So often we focus on offense, but this guy with his steals truly fueled them tonight. The entire team fed off of his energy.
He was very confident with the ball in his hands tonight. He was completely in control. Knew when guys were cutting, setting screens, and it resulted in more assists than we typically see out of him. I think he's underrated in terms of playmaking.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Chicago.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Nice work, nice work. Let's get some more shots up before we get out of here.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Houston Rockets. And for Houston, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. And the topic here, prior to tip-off, so many teams in the league going up-tempo these days. Kenny, as a player, did you like that style? I'm assuming you had to love it.
Because the one thing about playing up-tempo, Ernie, it brings you back to the roots of the game, why you started playing. If you ever go to a pickup game, you ever go to a park game, no one's stopping play and calling plays. They're going up and down. The big fella Shaq, when he first came into the league, the first thing I saw was him grab the ball coast to coast in the All-American game. That's what players want to do.
We are live in Boston, Massachusetts, the gem of New England, as the Celtics are about to go into this interconference contest right here. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Rockets. Capella's checked in, and Freak subbed in for Michael Beasley. So on the floor for Houston, Freak in at shooting guard. Trevor Ariza out there with Harden. Then it's Patrick Beverley, and it's Capella in at center. Thomas against Beverley. There's a good screen. Thomas kicks to Smart. Got a piece of it.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
And a wide open look for Freak. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Freak's got his first points of the game. In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Trevor Ariza fourth.
You know, everybody loves the tray. It's a shot you can anticipate when it leaves the shooter's hand. It's one of those magical moments during the course of a ball game, and a high percentage shooter from there is valuable.
Now, here's Thomas. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. To the inside, pass to Smart. Clock is at 3. Boston again missing. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans in New Orleans.
Guys, it was like there was a lid on the basket in that game. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Well, you know, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, guys, and they have nobody to blame but themselves for that. You've got to do a better job of working harder to put up points.
Now here's Crowder, guarded by Harden. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and he gets it to go. Thomas got 5.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
The Rockets shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
It's been a good night for Freak. He's already up to 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 three-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
There's the pick. Thomas passes to Olynyk. The Celtics working the ball around now. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And it's Beverley missing.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
And Thomas, here we go. And the shot's good from Crowder. 59 seconds left to play in the first. Harden outside. To the middle. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. The Rockets have gone 1 of 3 at the line here. First one falls for him. Zeller, he's checked in for Mickey. And then for Houston, Isaiah Cannon comes in for James Harden. And Jared Bayless subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Celtics trail by 5. Thomas dishes to Crowder. Feeds it to Zeller. Kicks it to Smart for the 3. It's rebounded by Houston, coming off that loss against the Nets.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. I mean, that's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
Isaiah Thomas. Here we go, Boston. Now coming up the board are your Celtics.
And Amir Johnson re-signed in Toronto. He's been a big part of this team for years, and he talked about their great fan support in Toronto. A lot of fans south of the border in the U.S. Houston with a big group substitution here. Trevor Ariza's checked in for Howard. Harden comes in for Michael Beasley. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Cannon. And Freak subbed in for Jared Bayless. We've got Jay Crowder, Mickey out there with Olynyk. Then there's Smart, and it's Thomas in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Here's Smart. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Outside Thomas. He feeds it to Olynyk. Just his first attempt. And it's Freak with the rebound. Houston in the lead. Dishes to Capella. He kicks it to Chalmers. They set the pick. And the pass to Freak. And stolen by Thomas. Pass to Mickey. Now here's Crowder. D right on him. 6 to shoot. The feed to Smart. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And checking out Houston. They're sitting in 5th place.
And seeing where the Rockets are, they've started the season on a high note. We thought it may take a while for them to kind of find their groove, but it doesn't look like they're going anywhere here or any concerns about growing pains.
No, I agree with you. I mean, their game and their style is already fully developed. They look rock solid to me.
Got a piece of it, and they're able to recover. Houston's gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second. Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And Capella sends it back. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here. The Celtics making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in. There's a minute left in the second quarter. Smart kicks to Olynyk. Just 5 on the clock. And the shot falls short this time.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Move the ball. Stick it to the box.
Now, Freak. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Nets in Brooklyn.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor.
Celtics trail by 6. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Crowder, the pass to Sullinger. 20 seconds left now here in the second. Looking to end the drought. It's rebounded by Houston. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
And we finish one. And now the third quarter about to get going. And a new group in for the Celtics. Zeller, he's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Amir Johnson. Jay Crowder's checked in for Evan Turner. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Thomas. Houston with a big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Cannon comes in for Trevor Ariza. Freak's checked in for James Harden. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Mario Chalmers. So on the floor for Houston. Freak in at 2-guard. He's out there with Patrick Beverley. Howard is out there with Isaiah Cannon. And it's Capella in at the 4 slot. Shot by Zeller, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Move the ball.
And that one's good. Freak. Freak's got 16.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Terrific effort on that shot. I mean, he's given up a lot of inches in that mismatch.
Well, height, who cares about height? I mean, it's just a number. Hey, you got to go with what you got. And he took what he had right at him there.
.105 left in the third quarter of the game. Inside, Capella, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff.
Okay, guys, that was just
I'll buy that for now.
A good old-fashioned chin check right there.
Shot from 12. That one goes. Count. 6 points for Tyler Zeller. Houston leading by 18. Cannon dishes to Freak. Passes it to Cannon. Freak with it. He's got 16. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Trevor Ariza's checked in for Cannon. And here's Bradley. He has 5. Pick by Zeller. Bradley drives in. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill. Didn't give him a chance.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been. Checked in for the Celtics. And a change for the Rockets. Freaks checked in for Mario Chalmers. Rockets leading by 18. Amir Johnson is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Jay Crowder. And it's Turner in at the 2. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Ariza kicks to Freak. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making their free throws in this half. That bodes well going forward.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Evan Turner. Good on the second free throw. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Thomas, guarded closely. Sullinger with a screen for Bradley. Back to Sullinger. 6 on the shot clock. No good from the low block.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Jared Sullinger.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That's his 5th personal.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Houston.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
Yeah, but they've been killing it from the free throw line tonight. Those points keep adding up as we go along.
The Rockets making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Johnson the screen. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Just 5 on the clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Rockets leading by 19 points. Now here's Freak. Excellent D from Thomas.
You know what? His finishing ability is not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
And it's sent back by Howard. Here's Freak. Launches it, and that one's good. Freak's got 22.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Outside Thomas. Johnson against Beasley. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And it's good.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Boston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Bradley passes to Crowder. Sullinger the screen. Crowder dishes to Sullinger. Bradley, no one around him. And it's Freak with the rebound. Freak's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Rockets.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game, Clark, and Steve's kind of touched on it, is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
And oftentimes, Kevin, we've seen it time and time again. Your performance at the line can be the difference maker in a game.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Freak. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
You look at what Howard has done so far. 8 rebounds, and he's blocked a shot today as well.
And he's clearly showing off his smarts in a few ways today. That block just being one of them. Just a savvy basketball player.
Turner's checked in for Avery Bradley. Pass to Mickey. He dishes it to Smart. From deep. Good. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Freak. Tight defense on him. Here's Howard. Connects on the open J. And the Rockets lead by 21.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Here's Freak. Again, the Rockets score.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
From the top of the key, no good. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Dwight coming.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Freak. He really came out of the gates with a nice rhythm, hitting his first 3 shots to get his team going.
That was Freak turning up the volume right there, baby, all the way up to 11. And the stereo only goes to 10, Ernie, but we're at 11 right now. The man himself may be quiet, but his performance spoke very loudly.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille